Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि Bhagavad-gite bhavadveshini. We'll read the second and third verses of the second chapter together. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Kutasva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samupasthitam Anarya Jushtamasvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna Klaibyam Asmagamah Partha Naitatvayupapadyate Kshudram Hridaya Daurbalyam Tyaktotishta Parantapa. After Arjuna said, I am not going to fight, and sat down on the seat of the chariot, Shri Krishna started, he gave Arjuna a shock treatment, chided him, and said, where has this weakness come from? Where does this cowardice come from? In this critical situation where you have to be at your best, and that's when you're crying. That's when you're behaving like this. This is so unbecoming of you, not acceptable. Anarya Jushtam, Aswargyam, Akirtikaram Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, you argued in the previous chapter, we find that Arjuna gave so many different reasons and say, if we fight this war, then the great people, it will not be something that will give us any good. So he says, Anarya Jushtam means the great people don't approve of this kind of behavior. Means you are not going to get anything good that is coming out of not fighting the war and being like this. Okay, if we fight this war and destroy the whole family, we will have to go to hell. This not fighting is not going to take you to heaven anyways. aswargyam. And what will people think? People are not going to think great about you if you're going to behave like this. Akirtikaram. So in this world and the next, there is no well-being if you behave like this. And now somebody says that, okay, you should not behave like this. Then how should I behave? What should I do? So Krishna here points out in the third verse, Hey Partha. Whenever we find Partha word, some saints, they say that whenever Shri Krishna addresses Arjuna as Partha, he says something very, with lot of love. One of his favorite names was Partha. Also, Partha has reference to his mother, Pritha. Pritha is one name of Kunti, was Arjuna's mother. So, also reminding him, connecting him to the mother, Partha. Partha also, it also means that the son of the soil, Prithvi. Which means the son of the motherland. So the motherland calls you for fulfilling your duty towards her. You cannot afford to be like this. And Partha also means Prithu. Prithu means that which is expansive. So one whose outlook is expansive is called Partha or Prithu Buddhi. And very narrow-mindedness, not thinking properly, very narrow-minded thinking based on my likes and dislikes, my preferences and prejudices, that is not Prithu. So here Partha has all these different connotations, ideas, and says, Hey Partha, what you are behaving like is a very strong word Bhagavan has used for Arjuna. Either you're born as a man, you behave like a man. Behave like a man means what? What is that manliness we are talking about? Manliness, you are a go-getter. You take it on yourself, you take up the responsibility and go, get it. You have to be like that on one side. Or, okay, you have feminine qualities, that's also acceptable. And in our scriptures, when they say masculine and feminine qualities, does not mean the physical body. It is the personality that it is talked about. So, feminine qualities of what? You have devotion, you have that ability to surrender to the greater will. That is another beautiful quality. So you can have either masculine quality, you are born a man, so maybe most of the time you may have masculine quality, understandable, acceptable. Okay, you say, okay, you have feminine qualities in you, that too is acceptable. But the combination of two is not acceptable here. On one hand, you are talking so logically and intellectually, which is a masculine quality. So, okay, if you are so logical, then think through the whole thing deeply and come to a decision and own it up. On the other hand, you are talking emotionally, crying here and saying, it is better to die. What is this? Even if you have to offer yourself, offer it to a higher altar. So here you are giving up, not behaving as a man, not behaving as a woman. So klaibyam means the quality of a eunuch. Neither a man nor a woman. That is what you are behaving like today. At this critical juncture, at this time, what is wrong with you? Why are you not understanding? This all he did not say. Shri Krishna said that give up this. See, if you have masculine qualities and you do it, okay, you possess the ability of achieving something based on your own ability, your own effort. Okay, that is one side. Other ability is the ability to surrender. So either you have the ability to surrender or you have the ability to put in effort. If you don't have either, which means you have lost all your ability. One side, thinking logically, rationally, very good, at least that you have. That also you are not thinking properly. Okay, at least you feel the emotions rightly, have that compassion truly. That also is not happening. So you are not able to do either this or that. You have become incapable. So give up this state where you are not able to do anything. Klaibyam mas smagamaha. Don't let yourself drown in this cowardice. Don't glorify it, saying that no, I don't believe in violence. This is all cowardice. A mother is a very soft person. A personification of love. But that mother also, when needed, can teach the child a lesson just to bring the child on track. But here you are not capable as a mother also. Okay, a father is a strict disciplinarian. So these are the qualities when we say neither of them you are possessing now. You are not able to guide your mind with love. You are not able to discipline your mind strictly. You are capable of nothing. This is a very pitiable state. You think that your heart is filled with pity for everybody. Nothing. You yourself are in a pitiable state. Klaibyam mas magamaha. Hey Partha. Why should I not get carried away by this? Nahitatvayi upapadyate. It is not befitting your stature. It is not appropriate for you. Why? Not just because you are a man and as a man you should not cry. It is not that typical kind of thing that he is talking about. What he is talking about is you belong to a lineage. And here Partha word again connects him to his mother Kunti. Look at your mother. As a mother, she had those beautiful feminine qualities and she also had that grit, which is usually considered as a masculine quality, to go through all the difficulties, think rationally and decide whatever is required in life. So your mother had all the qualities that a person would have, and you are her son, and being her son, you are devoid of anything. You have become incapable to face this situation. Nahitatvayu it does not befit you. It's not appropriate, it's not acceptable. I don't approve of this condition of yours. What has happened to you? What have you done to yourself? So what should I do? So he says, Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam. Kshudra means this pettiness. It's a petty thing. What? Hridaya daurbalyam. This weakness of the heart, faint-heartedness, which is so petty. Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktva, give it up. And having given it up, uttishtha, get up. So give up this faint-heartedness, which is such a petty thing. That is, in front of you, this situation is not something so big and significant that you get bogged down by it. Because who are you? Parantapa. Parantapa is the one who troubles his enemies, scorcher of his foes. It is called Parantapa. Parantapayati iti Parantapa. The one who destroys, he troubles his enemies. Enemies cannot find any safety if he is there. So you are Parantapa, you have this ability. Now this weakness of the heart is also your enemy, remember that. So external enemies, you are very famous, you are popular, people know that oh, he is the scorcher of his enemies, very good. People know you about dealing with the external enemies, but now you have to identify this internal enemy. And this internal enemy is this weakness of your heart, this misplaced compassion, this misplaced logic. You have to get rid of this. Tyaktva, uttishtha, get up. Parantapa. If you find it seems, no, the words seem to be as though Krishna is, lashing him. Krishna is scolding him. But through just this word, Parantapa and Uttishtha, he is encouraging him also. He is giving, stinging words are there, no doubt. But he is encouraging him also. You are a Parantapa. In front of you, the enemies tremble. How about recognizing this inner enemy also and make it also run away? And you can do it. Come on, get up. And this is the beauty of our rishis, this is the beauty of our scriptures, where we are addressed as, oh, sons of immortality, oh, scorcher of foes, the one who thinks accommodatively, expansively. So when such names are called out to address us, we feel encouraged, we feel empowered, and we are able to get out of the situation. So whenever we deal with our own family members, our own loved ones, we should remember that these are the words, what are the words we are using for them, that is what is going to give them that ability to face life. This man was talking about his childhood. He said, till I was about 9-10 years old, I thought my name was Shut Up. Because that's what I always heard. So everyone said, shut up, everyone said, shut up. So I always thought that is what is my name. So what we keep on hearing, especially in childhood. So here Shri Krishna is addressing a Partha, connecting to the mother. Such a virtuous mother you have, such a strong lady she is. And Parantapa, you yourself are so strong. Come on, get up. Where is this weakness come from? Come on, give it up and stand up. Give it up means what? That it is not you. Because if it was you, you can never give it up. So, drop it and get up. Uttishtha Parantapa. What is this shock treatment? Any intelligent person, when somebody lashes you with words, and that too completely ignoring all the arguments which you thought were very, very logical, very valid, completely discounted that, did not even mention it, just rubbished that whole thing and said, you are unacceptable at this moment, drop it, get up. So it was like a shock, somebody is like shaken him up. But an intelligent person, with his inability, he cannot surrender. What did Krishna say? Drop this weakness, get up. So if that surrender was possible, just the words of Krishna would be enough, he would have gotten up. But that was not the case. Okay, at least you take your own responsibility, think properly. That is also not possible right now. So in this condition, he is not able to respond in any way. But he feels, oh, Krishna getting so angry and shouting at me. Although he must not have shouted, but he's chiding me like this. No, I want to say something now. What? This often happens to us. When somebody chides us, what we want to do is, first we want to little bit justify. No, not that, And how will we justify? There is no other new argument available. So how will we justify? Repeating the same thing what I did earlier. I've already spoken all that. I repeat the same thing and again I say this. No, that is not what I'm saying. You please listen to me. This is what, but then this is what exactly you said earlier. I have listened to you. But still, you want to resist. And especially when you find yourself cornered, now there's no escape. All these logical arguments you give and think that Krishna will be convinced and say, I never thought about this, Arjuna. You are really a very deep thinker. Now let us rethink this war, I think I agree with you. But then no, all this, everything is now, everybody has come here, suddenly ceasefire. That is also not this thing. Let's do one thing. Let us, both of us, go. Let them all do whatever they want. He thought something like that will happen. Or Shri Krishna already in the center now, suddenly he'll say, white flag. War declared, ended, over. So he thought some such kind of outcome will come because he has presented such strong arguments as per himself. It was very strong argument. So here Krishna has rejected all of it. And he did not reject as in whatever you said doesn't make sense. He didn't say anything like that. He just said, drop it and get up. No. Arjuna felt that I think I should clarify myself some more. Otherwise, he is not even talking, he is not even discussing with me. I have such wonderful points I made. He is not even discussing that, okay, point by point, let us take it up. You talked about this, okay, this is the reply. You talked about this. He is not even considering it worthy of discussion. Forget about acceptance. So he felt that maybe Krishna is not considering these points, so let me reiterate, let me stress on something. So now, Krishna, what did he ask? Kutastu akashmala, where this weakness has come into you? Now here also, Arjuna is responding also and saying, Arjuna uvacha katham bhishmamaham sankhye dronancha madhusudana ishubhih pratiyotsyami Pujarha Varisudana. Where has this weakness come from? So now as a response to this, he is saying, how can I fight against this Bhishma and Drona? So when somebody asks a question, you respond with a question. When somebody is like firm, so you are also firm. So with that firmness only he is saying, Katham Bhishma Maham Sankhya Dronancha Madhusudana Ishubi Pratiyotsyami. How do you think I will fight with them using arrows in this battlefield? Who is this? Bhishma and Drona? How do you think it is possible? How can I do that? Katham? How to do that? Why can't you do that? Pujar how? They both are worshipful elders of the family. When we say son or grandson and the relationship with the father or grandfather, that is one type of relationship, and the similar type of relationship exists with the guru. The guru also, when guru accepts the disciple and teaches the disciple, it is taking the disciple as their own son, and then educating. So here both of them are worshipful as my own forefathers, my grandfather, the grandsire Bhishma, and Guru Drona. How can I fight against them using arrows? Ishubhihi katham pratiyotsyami. How can I send arrows their way? Why? They are worshipful, they are fit to be worshipped with flowers, and you want me to fight against them with arrows? How can I do that? Somebody who is worthy of worship, how can I shoot an arrow at them? Don't you see this situation? Are you not able to see? And you're scolding me like that? You're asking me this question? So you tell me how to fight against someone who is so worshipful, so revered. I love them, I respect them. They are the ones who have taught me. I am what I am because of them. And you are asking me to shoot arrows at them? How can I do that? That immediate response is firm, lashing words and a firm reply. How do you think? How can I do that? It is not possible. I can't do this. If you find it's like a child's mind, and child's mind, when we say it need not be the person is a child. The mind has become a child. So when you are completely cornered, you find that what is this? All that I have said has no value. Has he even listened to what I have said? So how can I do this? So Krishna felt, okay, shock treatment has had its effect. So now, see, the point is when somebody is crying, oh, I will not do, I will not do, I will not do. To get them to even respond in this manner is also an achievement. Even to get them a little, not angry, Arjuna was not angry with Krishna, but he was that firmness that came. Bhagavan said that is good enough. Little bit transformation has happened because of this. Otherwise, he was just crying, crying, crying. He was capable of nothing. And now, when he is responding this way, Bhagavan is happy. So a little bit is still remaining. All that has not come out yet. So now, after when he asked thus, how do you expect me to shoot arrows on someone who should be worshipped with flowers? He said, okay, now it's coming. So Krishna is saying, good. So again he went back to his listening self with a straight face, no acceptance, no rejection, nothing on the face, just there, and with full attention listening. So now Arjuna feels the need to further express himself. And this is what this shock treatment's effect we will see in the coming 3-4 verses that Arjuna speaks. So beautiful, we can see that transformation happening. So this was necessary. So we should understand, if somebody scolds us, somebody chides us, somebody gets so-called from our standpoint very cruel and heartless, doesn't understand our point at all, doesn't consider anything that we have said, and just reprimands us, we should understand maybe something that I need to churn out a little more from me so that I am ready for something greater. So here, Arjuna in the next verse, now there is a change in the meter in this verse. Gurun hatva hi mahanubhavan श्रेयो भोक्तुं भैक्ष्यमपीह लोके हत्वार्थकामांस्तु गुरूनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिग्धान्. He's saying, Shreyah, I think Krishna, this is better. Iha loke, in this world, in this situation, I feel this is better. What is better? See, I have two options. What are the two options in front of me? This is a very intelligent person, Arjuna. He says there are two options. One option is I fight. And when I choose to fight, I have to shoot arrows at these revered people, and I don't want to do that. Okay, you may say that if you don't fight and if you don't shoot at them, does that mean that the war is going to end? Does that mean that this whole thing will be stopped? No. Duryodhana is still standing there. With all his ambitiousness, he is there. With all his greed, he is there. And not just forget about the other army. Your own army people are standing there. They also have their own purposes to fulfill. Your own brothers are there. You think your eldest brother, you think he is a weakling? You think Yudhishthira will withdraw? No. He waited patiently because that time waiting was the best thing and that was the right thing to do. At this time, he knows fighting is the right thing to do. He will never withdraw. So the battle is not going to end. It is not going to solve the problem. So if you do not fight, if you choose not to take up your weapons, what is going to happen? These people will still keep fighting, and even if they don't fight, do you think Duryodhana's heart will change and he will give you half of your kingdom that you rightfully own? No. So you are not going to get even an inch of land, as he has already stated. His mind has not undergone any change. So you are not going to get anything. Then what will happen? You have to go house to house with a begging bowl in your hand and say, Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi, give me some alms. And then they give you whatever. You fill your tummy with that and live life like a mendicant, taking bhiksha. That is what you will have to do. So Arjuna says, okay. So as I see it, there are two choices. One side, I fight and shoot arrows on my revered elders. And on the other side, I have to go around begging. Now he says, as a Kshatriya, who is belonging to a good, cultured family, shooting arrows at worshipful elders is not acceptable. I will be condemned for that. And also as a Kshatriya, as one belonging to the royal family, going around begging is also condemnable. Both are not acceptable for me. But when I compare the two, he is saying, I choose begging home to home rather than shooting my elders. Gurun ahatvahi mahanubhavan. Mahanubhavan, great people. Great people. Who are they? Gurun. Gurun has two meanings. Gurun is elders and Gurun means teachers also. So these are elders of the family who are Mahanubhava, who have expansive thinking abilities, extremely accommodative in their outlook. Such great people with rich experience in life, they have taught me so much. These Mahanubhavan Gurun ahatva, not killing them, it is better bhaiksham bhoktum. Shreyah. It is better to take bhiksha and live. So both these are not acceptable to me, but if given a choice, I will choose begging and eating rather than shooting at my elders or killing my elders. So I am ready to even go and seek alms and live my rest of my life like that. Oh. So I embrace a beggar's life rather than killing. What is such a big problem? What is this? Earlier you said I am ready to die. Now you are saying I am ready to beg. What is your problem? Why can't you do this? He says, if I kill, Gurun Hatwa, if I kill, what will I end up with? So he says, Arthakaman Rudhira Pradigdhan Bhogan Eva Bhunjiya. If I kill these revered elders, teachers, then as a result, what will I get? I will get only some pleasures to indulge in. And what will be those pleasures? Arthakaman means lot of wealth and lot of desires will be fulfilled. All those people desire everything. It will be at my disposal. I'll be able to indulge. But all that pleasure will be Rudhira Pradigdhan. Is a very strong word again. Arjuna is also used a very strong word. What is Rudhira Pradigdhan? This will be soaked in the blood of these people. All these pleasures, anything I enjoy, anything I eat, everything is going to be soaked in the blood of all these people. This will be the outcome if I agree to fight and kill them. So better than this would be just to go and beg for alms and live rest of my life. Now from the previous verse to this verse, we find there is a step Arjuna has taken. Previous verse, he was very, very kind of strong when he said, how do you think I can fight against them who are worshipful? So kind of completely refusing. Now he is saying, okay, let me think through this. Let me tell you. I understand that I will have to beg. That is acceptable to me, not to worry. So you don't worry about my future, what will happen to you, my dear Arjuna, don't worry. I'll beg and I'll live. I'll manage. But I don't accept this. So means little bit your concern, little bit my concern, let us take both our concerns, bring it together. You are saying I am not able to think and decide. Okay, I have decided now. I have come to this decision that I choose begging for food rather than killing my elders. Okay. So whatever whatever you may say, I have decided I will do this. Okay. Then still one more step further. The next verse that Arjuna says, this is perhaps what Shri Krishna was also looking for. Looking for in the sense it was not something specific. He felt that there is some more residue inside which is not coming out. The main point is not coming out. So when we go for this counseling and all with psychiatrists and all, we keep talking and hours together. They keep on listening to us. They keep little bit prodding us. They'll ask us some questions and all. We keep talking. But still, they'll not stop it. Even in classical homeopathy, this is done. And they'll keep on questioning hours together. And but the doctor knows very well that still that main thing has not yet come out. It has to come out. The doctor may know it also, but still it is important to come out from the patient himself or herself. It has to come out. only then some treatment is possible. So here, disease is known that he is suffering from a disease, but the main diagnosis, so there is something deeper also. So all this is, he is making this whole picture appear to be like a, destruction throughout, everywhere, everything is going to get destroyed. And then now slowly he has come out of it and he's saying, okay, I'll have to beg, okay, I'll beg, not a problem. But now, next verse, Arjun actually speaks about something that is really bothering him. Knowing which we will understand that Gita is required for us. What is this? He's saying, न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः यद्वा जयेम यदि वानो जयेयुः जयेम यदि वानो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः. Arjuna says, all this, whatever he has said, that these are worshipful people and all that, and after that now he is saying, Nacha, and also, one more important thing. Nacha etad vidmaha katarat naha gariyah. I don't understand. Na vidmaha. We don't understand. I don't understand. Na vidmaha. What? Naha katarat gariyah. Of these two things, what is better for us? So katarat means of these two things. Gariyah, naha, for us, what is better? What are you talking about? What is better? What are the two things that you are considering? Here comes. Yadva jayema yadivano jayeyuhu. Whether we will win over them or we will be won over by them. So whether we will win or we will be defeated. I am not able to understand what would be better for us. Now it still seems to be the same mood continuing. But now see, in the fourth verse that Arjuna started speaking now after the shock treatment, he was completely decisive. There was no second option. Then he came down a little bit and he said, there are two options of which I choose this. I am okay with living my life begging. It's okay. Now further, now he's saying, I don't understand. What is better of the two? And I don't understand is one thing that is he has come to. Because now when Krishna's this shock treatment, it shook him up, suddenly he realized that I really don't understand. Okay, what do you not understand? He's saying the outcome of the war, whether it will be in our favor or it will be against us. What is better? What should be the thing? Whether we will win or we will be won over, I'm not able to ascertain that. Means I am anxious about the result of the war. This is the seed of Bhagavad Gita. Now we'll appreciate these popular verses. Karmanye vadikaraste maaphaleshu karaj. We will appreciate. This is where Arjuna is intimidated by this whole situation. He has completely lost his confidence and now he is anxious. what will be the outcome of this war? Whether we will win or whether we will be won over. Yadva jayema yadivano jayeyuhu. They will be winning over us. So will they defeat us or will we defeat them? Who will be victorious? What will happen? Now, when it is the time for action, if we are thinking about and worrying about the result, it is only going to bring us to this Arjuna state. And we will do everything that Arjuna did in the first chapter and also till now. Everything we will do. We will justify it, we will glorify it. We will bring out so many reasons thinking that it is very rational. We will quote scriptures to prove that what I am thinking and what I feel is right. Why? Because I am just worried about the outcome. That is the only thing I am worried about. What will happen? Will we win? Duryodhana also was in this state. He also, it's very evident. He says that Drishtva tu Pandavanekam Vyudam. He saw all this army and then he started blabbering. And in the course of that talking, he started insulting his guru and all these things he started doing. So he also was going through the similar situation. Here, Arjuna also, but Duryodhana could not bring it out. Why? Krishna was not there with him. We are all patients of the Arjuna disease. Day in and day out, we do suffer to some degree or the other. Sometimes we get into such a deep level, like Arjuna himself. Sometimes little bit, but it comes and goes in our lives. But the point is, when we become patients, are we around the doctor or is the doctor around us? Or are we by ourselves? And that makes a lot of difference. Who is there around us? Have we chosen to keep the doctor with us? If he is there with us, whatever we go through, we know he is there. So when there is the doctor's son, he is never scared of falling sick. My father is a doctor, he'll take care. He's always there. So that is why Arjuna is special, because he chose the right person. He made the right choice in life. Whether we call it keeping God with ourselves, whether we call it keeping good people, satsang, being in good company, keeping well-wishers around ourselves, keeping wise people around ourselves, whatever, it is a choice we have to choose. And here, this patient Arjuna, his real problem comes out this way. Yadva jayema yadivanu jayeyu. What will happen? Will I pass? Will I fail? And then the mind does not stop. Our mind here, it has stopped here. And then after that little bit he is saying, Yaneva hatvana jijivishamaha devastitah pramukvidhartarashtraha. After killing whom we would not want to live ourselves, such are the people standing in front of me. Here Dhartarashtraha means the army of from the side of Dhritarashtra, from the side of the kingdom. So here specifically he is not talking about the sons of Dhritarashtra, but he is saying in general, those people, killing whom we do not want to live ourselves. If they die, we also don't want to live. Such are the people standing there in front of us in this army. On both the sides. So what to do? So now there is little bit, but what we do, we go further. Will I pass or will I fail? Will I succeed or will I fail? Okay, if I succeed, then I will have a nice party. I'll invite everybody. Oh, but then these people will not be there. So that is one. If I fail, these people will be there. But where will I be? So, scary situation. This is also nice. So constantly thinking about, and this anxiety which is troubling Arjuna badly. But now at least he has come to that level where he is saying, I don't understand. This is a very big achievement. In our lives also, when we come to a state where we can acknowledge, I am not able to understand what is better. To acknowledge that, not to anybody else, we don't need to go and tell people, just to ourselves, that I am not able to understand what to do. That acknowledgement and that embracing that confusion itself will help me get out of it. And if I have a well-wisher like Krishna around me, then even better. But it is very important. Otherwise, when we keep on denying the disease, I will never go to a doctor. I'll never try to get out of it. Somebody, even out of compassion, comes and says, okay, take this medicine for 3 days, you will be fine. Why should I take? I am not unwell. I am all healthy. But that way you are behaving, the way I can see all these symptoms. No, this is all normal only. I have no problem. I am fine only. So till the time we deny the disease, we ourselves will stop our own cure. Even if the best cure is available. So first thing is accept, acknowledge, yes, I have a problem. Yes, I am not able to understand. I am not able to think. I am exhausted. And once we acknowledge that, then we start looking around and saying, is there someone around me who can help me? And then I seek help. But if I have there's nothing else. It is just our ego that prevents us from doing this. The ego says, I'm fine, everything is okay. Why should I ask anybody? I know myself well. So it itself is stopping me from going towards any solution also. And I feel I become small when I seek help. I feel I am exposing my weakness. I become vulnerable. I feel vulnerable. But if there are well-wishers around us, then there's no reason to feel vulnerable. It's okay. And that is why beautiful thought that we need to have is, every experience of my life is actually to do with me and God. It is between me and God. All others are just spectators. They are also not thinking about me. They are thinking about themselves only. It is only to do with me and God. It is just between us. So how does it matter? How does it matter what someone thinks about me? How does it matter how somebody perceives me? It is just between me and God. And here, for Arjuna, it was literally so. There was nobody else. Although till now, Arjuna's heart has not come to that level of devotion to appreciate the God in Krishna. But of course, there is that acknowledgement and acceptance that has come, and this has come only because of that shock treatment, where every argument of his was rejected. Then he is like kind of shaken up and he says, I don't understand now what to consider better. I don't understand how to think. Yes, exactly. I want you to come to that. So sometimes, whether we call it life, whether we call it nature, whether we call it God, wants us to kneel down. is important. Go down on your knees. Surrender. Because if you don't do that, any cure that is prescribed will be of no use. So life will make this happen. That is why Puja Gurudev used to say, get kicked by the world. That is the only way to destroy the ego. Because when this ego is destroyed, only then we are receptive of something that will make us take the leap and progress. Otherwise, there will be so many words of advice. I may understand the words, I may memorize the words, I may know the meaning, I may be able to speak about it to an audience also. But inside, nothing will happen. Why? Because I deny the very disease. So I need to go down on my knees. I don't know what to do. I can't manage this anymore. I'm incapable. Oh Lord, now help me. Bhagavan says, good. Not that Bhagavan is sadistic. Huh? Otherwise, we say Bhagavan wants us to cry all the time. Bhagavan did not want him to cry the way he cried earlier. He was crying, Ashtu Purna Kulekshanam Vishidantam. That condition Bhagavan did not like. What is this crying? The real thing you are not even acknowledging. And you are crying just bogged down by the situation. I don't want you to cry because of that. You recognize what your problem is and surrender. That is what Bhagavan wants us to do. So when we feel helpless, we should understand that's when Bhagavan's grace will descend upon us. So Bhagavan's grace is already always there, but we will be able to receive it only in that condition, when we bow down. So it seems to be as though the personality is crumbling, but actually it is progressing. Earlier, Shri Krishna, Arjuna was so clear in the fourth verse, he was so clear. In the sixth verse, now he is not even clear. He has lost his clarity. But being clear about something wrong is worse than being unclear and going towards the right. So it is good. Sometimes in our chick classes and all, we have some discussions and all. And we'll say, Swamiji, this is very confusing. I'll say, appreciate yourself. Good. Because if we are confused, we will still seek the truth. But if we settle down with some concept, we will think we know it. Then there won't be any progress. So it is good. In some fields of medicine, they say pain is good. They say pain is good. Why pain is good? Because when there is pain, I will take care of it. I will be aware of it. I will rest it if I have to. If there is no pain, what will happen? I will abuse and misuse the body. And then when the effect of that painkiller is gone, again that whole inflammation will come back. And so, oh, I thought it was cured, it was not. So similarly, sometimes we may feel that we are very confident, but actually we are sitting on, there is no firm foundation. So now this confusion, this so-called, breakdown and lack of understanding, lack of any decision of Arjuna, as against earlier saying that I have decided I am not fighting. As against that, this I don't understand whether what is better, whether we will win or whether we should do, what will be the outcome, I don't know, and I don't think I would want to live after killing all these people who are standing in front of me. So this confusion that has come, this clouding of his intellect that has come, is good. And now in the next verse, which is a beautiful verse, We would say if the next verse, the seventh verse of the second chapter was not there, Shri Krishna would not have instructed, we would not have had the Gita. Beautiful verse. It is a verse of Arjuna's surrender. Confusion to surrender. So we'll see that verse tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.